Elmer Davis and the news.
Tobruk was taken by the British today after a little more than 24 hours fighting, and all that is left is mopping up operations in the fortifications to the west of the town. The pattern of the attack seems to have been about the same as at Bardea, and it was made easier by the total inactivity of the Italian Air Force. In Tobruk, the British Navy gains an excellent harbor. Whether the advance is to be pushed further along the coast is likely to be determined, according to London reports, by the wishes of the Naval Command. In Albania, however, where the Italians have been strongly reinforced,
Tobruk is the word, Tobruk is the name. We visit Northern Africa again, now with Team 17 dropping that trailer. I am hyped. Tobruk, up there at the coast of Libya, at the border to Egypt, Northern Africa. I am hyped because it is the second desert map, the first one being El Alamein, which still has its own issues, you know. And if you have ever played any kind of World War II game, there's a high chance you have seen Tobruk in a strategy game, in a shooter, something like that. You have to fight over Tobruk a lot in World War II games. Why? Because it is a big known battle with many stages, many recaptures in World War II. It's a big setting for the Desert Fox as well, and it is home to multiple factions that have fought in Tobruk. Now, since this is set in 1942, I don't think we're gonna see the Anzacs troops in the form of Australians and New Zealanders, because from what I remember, they were already out at that point, which is why the Germans actually attacked. Now, that does mean, however, who is gonna fight here? Presumably, it will be against subfactions, like the variant of the 8th Army, you know. But in this case, there might also be other factions that would work with Tobruk. For example, the South African forces or even the Indian forces. Let's be fair, it will probably be, you know, the 8th Army variant thing again. It will be early 2025, so we will see what they are packing. Now, on the Axis side, this could be finally the moment where, because, you know, it's the Desert Fox, Rommel is fighting with all the forces of major German forces, but he's also packing a punch with Italian forces in this. Maybe this is the moment where we're finally getting a sub-faction with the Italians. And they can just give out a lot of like German weapons, that's fine, but just add like a little Breda MG, for example, or a Breda Mod 35 impact grenade, you know, like a gammon bomb that just explodes, just as a grenade variant. Or make me happy and add the auto blinder, slightly shaped like a weird Puma, weapons like a Lux, and has an MG on the back that can fire at the back. You know, something just to make Italians interesting. But who is gonna fight who, I would assume we're gonna see early next year. I can only imagine we will find out at the end of the year or starting next year. But for now, that teaser is looking promising, because look at this. So much potential urban combat with many square little block houses, sandbags atop those houses. We could even have roof-based urban combat here, with the roofs being that accessible potentially. And I know that people have asked for ages for another urban-focused combat map. And while the fight over Tobruk was around, I think mostly, I don't mind if the majority of the map is still Tobruk on its own, the city. So all in all, I'm looking forward to this. That's my 2 bits. I'm gonna keep an eye out. And yes, see you around the corner. Bye-bye.